What's up, dudes? HW here. That's a cool little jam. That's a cool little jam. This thing kind of inspired me. That was like kind of what I started playing when I first picked it up. I thought it's got that vibe to it, you know? Look, you saw the title at the top, okay? If you've been watching the channel, you know I've been on I'm on this little import guitar arc right now, you know? I got some expensive stuff. I got too much stuff. But lately, we've just been talking about the import guitars because I've been blown away by what you can get for so cheap. It's really been fun, you know, to look at them, all these guitars online and get a couple of them and try them out and stuff. I have this Harley Benton though that has just blown my mind. It's an SC550. You can check some of the past videos. I shot it out against that 67 Gibson. I thought it did amazing. I shot it out against an 81 Tokai LS120, a guitar that cost 10 times the amount that Harley Benton did, and I shot out against a Donald Trump guitar, and that was fun too. And some people got mad in the comments, but it was a fun shootout. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been so impressed with this Harley Benton stuff. I thought, man, you know, the stuff coming out of Indonesia today is really good. I think we're in the best Indonesian years right now. You know, it's the year of the dragon, but to me, it's the year of the Indonesian import guitar. Can I get a hallelujah? I think so. So I went out and I bought this SC450. It's like a model down. It's cheaper, and you can't even get these at Tomon right now. They're like sold out. I paid $175 on Reverb. $175 on Reverb. That's like a good dinner with like some friends. I went out with some friends and dinner was $175. You know what I'm saying? We had steaks, we had whiskey. I had a little bit of cream spinach, had some more whiskey, finished up my steak. We had some what do we have? Deviled eggs for the appetizer there, and then I had some more whiskey. It's a carnivore diet with some whiskey. I can't complain, man. It was a good meal, but it was a pricey meal. I've recently become a fan of eating the steak and sipping the whiskey at the same time. I haven't normally done that. I've usually done a little whiskey up front and then, you know, water and the steak, or like Coke Zero and the steak. But man, I've been doing that. I did the other night. I did it with the whiskey and the steak together. It was a good thing, man. It's got a thing. But let me tell you about this guitar. I took it out of the box, and I was like, uh-oh, this is not it. Not made in Indonesia, made in China, because it's got the QC Pass sticker. If you see that sticker, it's made in China. Because when you don't see a country of origin, you see the QC Pass. That means it's made in China. The other sticker sometimes you see is on the Tajima guitars, and it's product of the PRC, which means People's Republic of China. You know, so that's China too. China. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a good guitar, but man, I took this thing out. Wouldn't hold tune. Still fighting it a little bit right now, I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? It's just kind of how it is. So I took it off. I put on some nines, and I top wrapped it. That means where you put the string through here, wrap it around the top. Because I was like, let me give this thing a nice slinky feel. You know what I mean? I was like, P90s, I'm going to make this thing, is it good? I hope you're going to have some barky P90s. I'm going to make this thing, you know, real easy to play and stuff with some nines. Let me tell you something. The guitar was not having it. Not having it. If there's a couple things I think you should do when you get an import guitar, it's like change the strings, do a little bit of setup work, like just change the strings, make sure that you got enough relief, you don't have some buzzing, and then, you know, maybe intonate, but you don't even need to unless you got a problem, really. You know, you can intonate it later or whatever, but those are like the first things I kind of do, like restring, just make sure those strings are sitting well, and just make sure it's, you know, we got the instrument's sitting right. But man, I played those nines for it ate up a good 2-3 hours of my day. Playing the nines, setting the guitar up, you know, intonating it, and the guitar was not happy. And I've had this happen before. On my Sirs and stuff, on some of the other guitars I have, I've been able to go back and forth 9s and 10s, and I'm the type of person that has for a while played 10s and then gone to 9s and then gone back to 10s. And now I'm in this thing where I'm on 9s on everything. For a while I was 9 on the fender length and 10 here. And I know a lot of guys are like, buy the 9.5s. You know, I drink my coffee black and I play round number gauge strings. Okay, once we get into the decimal points, where does it end? Where does it end? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not doing 9.5s, all right? I appreciate that, but I'm not doing 9.5s. But I do so lately I've been on 9s, but the other Harley's got 10s. I thought, let me set this up with 9s. The guitar was like rejecting them. It wasn't holding tune. It wouldn't play right. It just, even the setup I couldn't quite get just right. So I thought, forget it. Pulled the strings off, pulled the bridge off. I said, you just do what you need to do. And I went upstairs for a while. I ate dinner, put my kids to bed, did all that, came back down here, put on the 10s, and gave it about an hour to sit. Tuned it up, intonate, everything. Gave it about an hour to sit. Came back down, and the guitar seems like it's ready to rock. It's ready to rock and roll. But I'm still dealing with not the feeling that I had of the other one. And that's a reality sometimes when you buy import guitars. You know, I've talked about this before on the channel. When you buy an import guitar, you kind of got to be ready to try different ones out because some are just great and some aren't. And this one, I think, has good bones, and so I'm going to do a couple things to it. I'm going to keep it. But, you know, what do you do when you get an instrument and you're like, because this thing was bad out of the box, and now it's pretty good. But let me tell you my other complaint about it. I'm really not digging these pickups, okay? Like, you know what? Actually, it's not a bad fretboard. There's a thing that happens with guitars where the best ones, you play them a little bit and then they get out of your way. I don't know if that makes any sense. They get out of your way a little bit. Like, you don't feel like you're even playing the guitar anymore. You just feel like you're doing the thing. You're like able to play it. You're able to make it get, it's like not in your way at all. This has little moments of that, but it's just not quite there, which makes me think I got maybe a little more work to do with the setup and whatnot. But these pickups, that's the neck, and I'm kind of into it. Here's the bridge. It's all right with this, with the tube screamer on there, but if I take that off, you know. That is not what I want out of a P90. I want bark. This is a Gibson-looking guitar. Give me bark or get out of town. I want you to bark like a dog. And you're twanging. What are you doing to me, man? You're twanging. That's not... That's not what we want, man. Nope. Don't like that. So that's where we're at. You know what I mean? I'm sort of sitting here a little disappointed. I'm a little disappointed. And that's okay. That happens sometimes in the journey. You know what I mean? But it's making me go like this. What should I put in here? And that's a little bit of question I have for y'all. What should I put in here? P90 wise, do you have suggestion? Can anybody let me know, like in the comments, Do you guys know drop-in tuners, drop-in replacements for a Harley Benton? I'm going to go look it up, but I'd love your suggestion. I'd love your suggestion on what to put in here. I'm thinking of DiMarzio's because I've really been enjoying DiMarzio's lately. I've really been enjoying DiMarzio. I have like some DiMarzio, I think they're called Pro PAFs or something like that, PAF Pros or something like that, in a Les Paul. And I think those sound like pretty good pickups. I've also been, I could put the Lambertone Ristrettos in here. Curtis is a friend of mine. I'm going to see him at the end of the month at NAMM. And I could buy some of those. I've had those in other guitars, and they've been really nice, really great. And I would like to have them in another guitar. I'm just not sure I want it to be this one because I kind of want it to bark a little bit. And also, I wouldn't mind going with the like. I just wish I could have the tuners off the other Harley Benton. Can they just send me those? Like, I'd like some like vintage, correct looking tuners. You know, with the. I mean, I'll put Grovers or whatever will fit on here. I just want to do a direct replacement. And I can't cut the nut, but if I'm going to do all that, why not get the nut cut? So, I mean, I guess this is going to turn into... It's always a tough thing. You know what I mean? You're kind of like, what should you do this or not? Should you put the money into it or not? You know? And I don't know the answer to that question. I really don't. I'm struggling with that. So... Let me know what you would put in a guitar like this. What have you put in your Harley Benton SC, 450? It's a cool guitar. It's not quite there, but if this thing held tune, I could replace the pickups. Yeah, I could replace the pickups, maybe do the bone nut thing. That could work. That could work.